back to another freaking episode. So in today's episode, we are going to be talking about somebody requested that I do a story time on why I did not go to Jackson State University, because it was my first choice. Believe it or not, Southern was not my first choice. So that's what we're going to be talking about today in this video. It's a very juicy talk because these people really tried to play me. Like, do you think I'm dumb, stupid, or dumb, or do you think I'm dumb? Okay, so that's what we're gonna be talking about in this video. So I'm not gonna be rambling, doing all that. So we just gonna get right into the freaking video. Okay, so let's go back to November of 2019. Okay, November of 2019. I went on a trip with a bunch of girls. Me and my friends, whatever. We went on a trip. Okay, so continuing on with the freaking video. So I don't even know where I was. November of 2019, went on a trip. We visited Alcorn, Grambling, and Jackson State University. When I tell y'all I went to Jackson State and I was like, what's the word that you say like when you was like shook? I was shook. Like, I was like, oh my God.
So old.
I was like, oh my God, I love Jackson State. Like, y'all, the food was so good. They had like this whole little like area where you could like make your own pot. Y'all, when I tell you that food was busting, that food was busting. Okay, it was so freaking good. So they had me right there. So then we was visiting the campus. It's a really pretty campus. Like, it's very pretty. Like, it's a pretty campus to be in the middle of a ghetto area. No offense to anybody that's from Mississippi, but when you like Jackson State, when you enter Jackson State, it makes you feel like you in a whole different city, because when you like on the road, like before you get into Jackson State, it's not cute. Like, it's not cute at all. Like, it's just dirty. Okay, it's just dirty. Similar to Shreveport, dirty. But anyway, so I got there and I was like, oh my God, like, I love this school. Like, I want to go to this school, stuff like that. Like, I was asking so many questions. Like, the woman who was touring us, I was asking her so many questions about the school and stuff like that. So I was like, yeah, like, I got to come here. I got to come here. So, this was still November. I think I applied in November, or I think I applied when I was there at the school, touring the school. I really don't know. But, so I had, I was really like just taken away by this school. Like, I was like, I'm going here. I didn't have my mind. Like, Southern, I put Southern on the back burner. Like, that application, luckily I found it because I didn't even know where I put it. But I didn't throw it away, but I just put it somewhere. I don't even know where I put it. So I put Southern on the back burner. And I was like, I don't really want to go to Southern or whatever, because I, wanted to go to Jackson State. So I was like, I'm I'm gonna be on JSETs, I'm gonna get this scholarship and all of this, okay? All of this. Just listen to me. So then, fast forward to February. I had already applied, I already applied to be in an honors college. I got into the honors college and stuff like that. So I was already just kind of getting my housing stuff together, y'all. I put in my housing application. I paid for my housing application. I had me a roommate, everything. When I tell you I was ready to go, I was ready to go. Okay, you could not tell me that I was not going to Jackson State. Like, this is just that. So I hated all of that. Fast forward to February, I scheduled like an actual tour there with me and the rest of my family, me, my mom, my sister, and my dad. We toured it again, and we were still just taken away like by the school. Like, everything was just so organized. Like, everything was right there together. The dorms were nice. It was just a really great school. Like, the library it had a whole Starbucks. It had 3 little levels to it. The food was good. The people were nice. They had the little sororities and stuff, out there, not dancing Jesus, strolling and all. And it was just really, y'all, when I'm gonna get mad all over again, because I really thought I was going to Jackson State. I really thought I was going. So, yeah, this is in February, y'all. I had scheduled my whole little tour. So when I did that, I had met the lady that was kind of helping me, with my application and stuff like that. And so I'm not gonna expose names, nothing like that, but she was helping me with my scholarship. She was like, yeah, you know, we can put you in for this scholarship. Remind you, I was in the honors college. Okay, I was already in. They were sending me emails. I had a J number, all of that. Like, literally, email address, all of that was set up. So the one was like, yeah, we're gonna get you with the scholarship, because she was like, I know you want to be a J set, and I know that you was you know, you was dancing in high school and stuff like that. And I was like, yeah, like, I want to dance, stuff like that. Y'all, I started training with my dance coach, the one that I used to dance with for Golden Sparkles. She was helping me train, you know, because I was getting ready for tryouts. Trials were approaching, I think in April or late March, one of those. So I was like, you know what, I'm ready. Like, I'm gonna try out. Remind y'all, this is at the beginning of COVID season, so this was like February, March. Okay, so this is where we at right now. So February roll around, you know, the lady still talking about, we are still at the school at this time. We're still talking to the lady and stuff like that, telling you about the scholarship, giving me, y'all, we went to the bookstore. I bought a Jackson State Sherpa, a Jackson State lanyard, and a Jackson State, it was like a little car sticker or decal or something like that. All of that stuff was $100. $100 that I cannot get back, because for some odd reason I can't sell the stuff. So it's just sitting in my freaking closet, just sitting there, because I don't know what to do with it. I'm not gonna wear it because I don't go to that school. So if anybody out here watching this video that's from Jackson State, please comment down below so you can get this stuff. You can get it for free, because I don't need it and I don't want it. So yeah. So anyways, we didn't spend $100 in a bookstore. Like, I took pictures. It was just a nice campus, nice presentation, nice organization. All, like, overall, it was just great. It was just a great school. Taken away. So fast forward to March. Oh, let me explain to y'all what the scholarship was. So the scholarship was basically, if, you know, I get on J sets or whatever. This is what the lady told me. This is the tip. If they don't write it down or give you some type of verification that they said this, don't believe nothing nobody say in no HBCU. Okay, just don't do it. Just please don't, because you're gonna make yourself look crazy. So with that being said, I remember I went into a lady's office. I don't remember the lady's name. Like I said, I'm not gonna disclose her name, but I remember going into her office and she was like hyping me up. She was like, yeah, you can get this scholarship. You know, you got this GPA, you got this SAT score, you got this, you got that. So I'm like, yeah, you know, I'm like, okay, we can get this scholarship. So yeah, you can get this scholarship. And you know, all the out-of-state fees will be waived and stuff if you get this, like, cause if you own JSS is a part of the band. So if you own JSS, you basically get a band scholarship. So the scholarship is basically waiving your out-of-school fees, your out-of-state fees. So that's basically what I was trying to get, because I am from Louisiana. So I would be losing my top scholarship if I went to Jackson State. So, who was I talking about? So yeah, okay, so she was like, yeah, you can get the scholarship, you know, blah, 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 blah. I'm like, okay. So then after that point, this was still probably like late February, early March. So, I started training with my coach and stuff, getting ready for tryouts and all that good stuff. So come March, I don't honestly remember the exact date. If I'm not mistaken, it was kind of like March 30th or something like that. I really don't know, but it was one of them. It was end of March. Was it? I don't really know. Just know it was in March 2020, the beginning of COVID. Okay, that's all. That's really it. So I got this letter in the mail, and boom, and there we go. Basically, the letter was just like, oh, you weren't chosen for the scholarship. Damn! Let me just tell y'all, I qualified for this scholarship. Like, I had everything that they had on the list that you needed to get the scholarship. The lady was basically telling me, like, if you have these things, if you meet these requirements, you are going to get the scholarship. That is what she said. It ain't no ifs, ands, buts about it. Like, you are guaranteed to get the scholarship. So I was like, okay, what is going on? So this letter gonna say, okay, basically 26 out of 500 students, like I said, these are all students that met the requirements, like over exceeded the requirements, and you telling me about 400 and some people didn't get the scholarship that you actually guaranteed them the scholarship. Remind y'all, this is March. I'm going to school in August. So I'm freaking out. I'm mad. I'm like, what? Like, why is this happening right now? Like, I was very, very upset because it's like I didn't spend November all the way up until March focusing on this school, focusing on getting into this school, and then come March, I'm not even going to the school. Like, that just, it really made me mad because I'm like, is it something that I didn't do? Like, what is the problem? Because, and I'm like, no, it can't be me, because why would you only choose 26 out of 500 people? Like, that ain't even half. Like, come on now. What? That don't make sense. I was very upset. I was very mad, y'all. My mama, she wanted to cuss them people out. Like, she was drove. Like, she was so drove. Because it's like, you sit up here saying all this stuff, but then turn around, I'm not even getting talked to. So we was calling the lady, we was calling the people, you know, everybody, and they didn't want to answer the phone. Telling you about the HBCUs, baby. They didn't want to answer the phone. None of that. And like, I'm not on here to try to bash Jackson State because it's an overall good school, but I'm just saying, be aware. Like, don't go off of what nobody tell you. Like, have more options, you know, keep your options open, have backup plans. That's the point of this story. Like, that's really the point of the story. It's not like, oh, I'm gonna get on here and I'm like bashing Jackson State, because that's not what I'm doing. It's basically just be aware. Like, have backup plans, make sure you know your stuff, because they gonna try to get over on you. It's a HBCU. Like, they're not gonna necessarily try to get over on you, but everybody don't always be on the same page when it comes to scholarships, financial aid, basically anything. So you really just gotta stay on them. You just gotta do what you gotta do, because they don't care. Like, they do not care. They get your money, they don't care. Because let me tell you, I didn't get no refund back for them clothes I bought at a bookstore. I ain't get no refund back from that housing application I put in. Ain't none of that. I'm not getting none of that back. So just beware, okay? So we in March still. So I was like, I was cussing people out, calling them back to back, people answering the phone, none of that. So I'm like, it took me about 2 days to kind of get myself together, to kind of think, okay, what am I finna do? Like, what am I going to do? So I'm okay, well, Southern is my second choice. So I had already been accepted into Southern. I got accepted into Southern November of 2019. Go check out how to get accepted into Southern, because it's not easy. I mean, it's not hard to get accepted into Southern. It's really easy. But anywho, that's not the point of this video. So yeah, I had already, thankfully, I had already put in my application for Southern. I was already admitted. So all I had to do all of things that you would usually do your entire year, your entire senior year of high school. I had to do all of that within a span of 2 freaking months. Like, 2 months, I had to get all this stuff together. I had to pay for housing. I couldn't even pick my roommate, so that was dead. So I had to pay for her housing. I had to pay for orientation. I had to pay for this, pay for that, pay for this, pay for that. It was just stuff just coming everywhere. And I'm just like, well, I mean, if I want to go to school, this is what I'm going to have to do. So, like I was saying, it's good that I had already put in an application for Southern, because if I didn't, it would have been very, very difficult for me to get into Southern, or for me to even be at Southern right now. Thankfully, those people at Southern, they were helping me. I got into the honors college over the summer. So, thankfully, all that, you know, just kind of came together, you know. All things work together for the good of those who love God. And that's so what? Okay, so everything was just coming together. I was like, okay, I was, you know, by, I think this was like June, July, I was like, okay, I kind of got this. Like, I know where I'm going, I know what I'm doing. You know, I had to change my major, because my major was criminal justice at first, which isn't a bad major if you go to law school, but I wanted to change it to English or whatever, so I had to change my major. So ultimately, it wasn't a hard process, but it was just very stressful, because it's like, when you have your mind set on something and then it just does not go as planned at all, you just be like, you just be freaking out. You just be like, okay, what am I gonna do? Like, I didn't know what I was gonna do, and I'm never like, it's rare that I be in a situation where I don't know what to do, but at that point I didn't know what to do. I was like, oh my God, like, I had to put in scholarships. Like, thankfully, honors college gave me a scholarship for being, luckily, I'm glad that I did go to Southern, because Southern, I kept my top scholarship. I got a scholarship for being in the honors college and all of that. So it actually worked out in my favor because I did not have to pay out-of-state fees, none of them outstanding fees that I would have had to pay if I went to Jackson State. But like I told y'all, the moral of the story is just have a backup plan. Know what else you want to do. Don't just be stuck on one school, because I got accepted into like 4 or 5 different schools, but I really didn't apply to a lot of schools because I kind of knew where I wanted to go, where I wanted to be, which is in Louisiana. So that's really it. So by June, July, I was ready to go to school, to Southern, and I remember getting on Southern's campus and I was like, I am so glad I came to this school, because if I would have went to Jackson State, I wouldn't have known nobody. I wouldn't have had no friends. Like, it would have just been a whole thing of just like completely starting over. So I'm really thankful that I am where I am right now, because if that wouldn't have happened to me, I probably would be in a whole, like, I don't even know where I would be if I would be at Jackson State right now. Like, because I probably wouldn't have danced. Like, I don't know. Like, it's just, now I'm just glad that it just played out good, like all around good. I'm in Louisiana. I'm in Louisiana. I'm with family. I'm with friends. Like, it's just good vibes. Like, I'm just glad that it just worked out. So, like I said before, not bashing Jackson State. I'm just saying, just be aware, have a backup plan, and that's really the moral of the story. So, if anybody wants to apply for Jackson State, I definitely commend you apply, because you know things could work out better for you than it did for me. But that is my story time on why I did not go to Jackson State University. Okay, that is why I didn't go to Jackson State. So without further ado, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Comment down below what you guys want to see next. I really don't do story times. This was like a good, I be forgetting stuff, so I really don't be doing story times like that because I don't be remembering the stories. But this was just a story that I couldn't get out of my head for like a good little minute. So yeah, without further ado, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. The point of this video, I was going to be doing my nails while I was talking to y'all, but I feel like they would have slowed me down. So I will have a video on how I do my press-on nails, and also a press-on nail review from these nails that I bought from a girl in Canada, which they should be coming in next week. So stay tuned for that video. It's going to be a review on her nails and just promoting her nails and stuff like that. So I'm going to stop rambling, and I hope you guys have a great morning, great day, great night whenever you guys see this video. And make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and tell all your friends to like, comment, and subscribe, because we all need to be a part of the what? The glam fam, okay? Period. So without further ado, thank you guys for watching this video, and I will see you guys in the next freaking video.